Welcome to the Exposer. So it's getting a bit urgent when it comes to Spac Nation, and currently, right now, something's going on there where they've got members in different parts of Africa at the moment. So currently, they have members in Senegal, in Cape Verde, they've got members in Nigeria, they've got members in Ghana, and possibly in many other countries. And there's definitely something behind all of it. It's hard to figure out what exactly is the reason behind so many people from Spac. We're talking about Spac leaders being away in different parts of Africa. But there's different theories to it. And one of them could be an escape plan for Toby. So start sending a few members away to Africa, and then when the time comes, he might go to Nigeria, and then they might all somehow end up linking up together again. But that's just what I think could be one of the possibilities. The other reason behind it could possibly because Spac are trying to now do certain good things in different parts of Africa, so that when they get taken to court or when there's an arrest made or whatever, they might use that later as evidence that they're doing something abroad. They've done charity work in different parts of the world, because doing charity work outside of the country where the church is based, especially in Africa, is much more cheaper to do. And I've done a video in the past talking about the charity work that they've done in Nigeria, and how Spac Nation will raise a large amount of money and only use a very small percentage of that money to do some charity work in Nigeria. So it's almost like they're still scamming their own members to a certain extent, because they're not really using the money they've raised to actually help. They're using only a very, very, very small percentage. So they could be sending people in different parts of Africa to do some charity work to use it later as evidence that they've done certain things. But that's one of the other ways of looking at it. Or potentially, it's a bit weird because Spac Nation have gone from a church, and again, remember, everyone that's on the exposure went to Spac Nation, and whilst we was at Spac, no one was allowed to go on holiday, because Toby, the reason they'll give you is Toby's been in the country for 10 years and he's never gone on holiday. And for some reason, over the past few months, so many Spac members have been going on holiday. They've been going Sierra Leone, and like I just mentioned, 4 other countries that Spac pastors and evangelists are currently in right now, which is just quite weird, from not being allowed to go on holiday to now being on holiday. So, and I don't believe these people are on holiday because Toby has finally allowed them to go on holiday, because it's quite random how they all happen to be on holiday around the same time. So there's definitely something that's going on. There's something that isn't adding up, and it's going to be hard to find out what it is, because at the end of the day, these people are all adults, so they're entitled to do what they want to do, and that's what makes it hard. But for people that went to Spac, they will know that something is definitely going on. Something is definitely going on. And only Toby and the core members at Spac will know why. I feel like they've started to kind of just spread out. But everything looks like an escape plan to me. Everything looks like an escape plan. Like, fly over a lot of his core members slowly and have them basically do charity work abroad, so that when he decides to travel, it could look like they're doing a lot of charity work abroad. But then ultimately there'll be a final destination, and that could be Nigeria, that could be Ghana, that could be anywhere in Africa. So maybe he sent them to look for land somewhere to buy a house. Who knows? It's just quite mysterious how randomly so many Spac members are in different parts of the country, different parts of the world at the same time as well. So it's not like one's there and they're replacing every time. It's like he has right now 4 or 5 members in different parts of African countries. So we'll have to wait and see the reason behind that. So I'll do a video soon, because now there's a time where we need to start acting now. So we need to wait maybe for a little bit longer to see what goes on and what happens. But if not, then I think it's the time for everyone now to act. If that means going to your local MPs and basically complaining about Spac and like showing them or expressing your concerns about them and what they've done to your community. So we'll wait and see. If the police don't act and don't do anything, then that could be the next step. So right now, as I talk, Spac Nation are slowly sending members to different parts of the world. And only God knows the real reason behind that.